think of this as like The Shape of Water. You know, when everybody first saw that, they were like, what? But then they went and saw the movie, and then it's a whole different story. Everybody loved it. It was so good. I think it won an Oscar. Oscars for movies, right? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, but I'm back finally. It's been like 2 months since I've been gone, and I'm really sorry about that. I don't know, I was really unmotivated to film. I've been like pondering all these different ideas. I tried to film a decluttering, I've tried to film multiple makeup tutorials, I've tried challenges, and I just didn't like the way they came out. But today I think I'm gonna love this because this idea came to me overnight, and I've been waiting like a week and a half to do this because I still live with family and I don't want them to hear me reading this kind of stuff because it's a little embarrassing. So with that being said, if you're related to me in any way, if you know me outside of Instagram or YouTube, please, I am begging you to please just turn this video off. It's not for you. Okay, I'm coming back with more content. I have a lot more ideas. So this video is not for you if you're related to me or if you know me. Today I'm going to be reading Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fanfiction. Now, none of these are really like extremely dirty. Some of them really do hint at it, and I think there's one that goes a little bit into detail. Now I know what you're thinking. Cheyenne, what the fuck? Before we get started, I do just want to say the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fandom has been around for decades, and it's nothing new. I personally am in this fandom. I love them, and if I can find my t-shirts of them, I would be wearing that, but instead I just went for something with green because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I am in this fandom. I do read these. Fanfics. I'm not ashamed. Maybe a little bit. Now, if this isn't for you, you can dip. That's cool. I think it's gonna be very funny and interesting because some of these are hilarious. And I'm gonna read some of those today. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, do not come for anyone who writes these stories. This is just, it's all fun. This is not serious. I'm not seriously coming after these people. Like I said, I'm in this fandom. I read these in my free time when I'm alone. Very alone. Don't send any hate. Don't be malicious. Don't be mean. This is all in good fun. I did not write any of these. These are not my stories. None of these are mine. Though I have written fan fiction for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so if you guys want to see that, like this video, let me know, and I might just do that. Let's get into it. We're gonna start light. So this one is called Give Me a Smile. The scenario is the reader has a pretty rough I'm already off to a horrible reading start. Oh my gosh. The reader has had a pretty rough week, feeling pretty shitty, and has made a sort of a bubble by keeping people out. Relatable. Not even Mikey could cheer her up, and with a hothead, what? But will a hothead cheer up a hothead? Okay, before we get started, again, I'm sorry, little recap. If you don't know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which how could you not? There's Leonardo, the oldest, then there's Raphael, the second oldest, there's Donatello, the third oldest, and then there's Mikey, the youngest. So, let's get into this. I did not write any of these, and if you want to be credited, let me know. I will for sure 100% credit you. You just have to message me on Instagram or comment down below and let me know, and I'll give you credit. It was raining, for starters. The black cloud had followed you all the way into the lair, home, their base, underground in the sewers, you know. The thunder reflecting your mood, dangerous and furious. It was like life was against you. Of course, that wasn't true, but from where you were standing, it seemed like the universe was telling you to have the shittiest life ever. And they weren't there to help you out at all. You were on your own. That's life B. The first one to notice your foul mood was Mikey. Of course, natural empath. He cheered once you entered the fortress of the pizza-smelling sewers. Ew, that sounds so nasty. Okay, but you ignored him. Bitch. Okay, we're just gonna ignore him. Mikey didn't get hurt easily, but your frown, your posture, the less that skip in your step had made him feel sad.
Hey, your name? How are you?
He exclaimed cheerfully a second time, but all you did was sulk and sulk. You didn't even join him to play a video game. That was how shitty you felt. You didn't even play video games. Donnie was next. Asking if you were sick, you grumbled no and made your way into the kitchen, where Leo was trying to offer you some tea.
I want some tea. What's the tea, sis?
Finally, after what seemed forever, they had decided to leave you alone, which unfortunately for you made you feel worse. Did no one care? I mean, they did just ask you if you were okay and you ignored them basically, so what else are they supposed to do? You heard the grunting of the certain steroid-invested turtle punching a sandbag, so you decided to pay him a little visit. Wait, what? Steroid-invested turtle. Not once have I ever heard of the turtles using steroids. Like, I don't know if that's a thing. You wanted to pay him a visit, but you didn't want to talk to any of the other ones? Any of the other turtles? But you want to talk to Raphael, because he's punching a sandbag. The air smelled like tension. You could cut through it with a knife. You sat cross-legged by some weights, tracing the pattern of the numbers on them silently, trying to waste some time knowing Raphael hadn't noticed your presence.
What you doing here, shorty?
He grumbled, letting out another grunt as he pushed the bar back up into its holster. Nothing, you mumbled in reply, not seeing his rolling of his eyes. He picked himself up, swaggering towards you and sitting down beside you, trying to read your hard expression.
Why are you so pissed?
You rolled your eyes. Sure, you guys had grown closer, having something in common. Oh, just something. Oh, okay, you were both hotheads. You considered him a friend, maybe something more, but in your mind, it wouldn't happen. So you don't consider him more than a friend. Because I know how much work goes into fanfiction. It's really hard to write, especially when you're writing about other characters that aren't yours. It's incredibly difficult. So again, not taking anything away from anyone who writes these, they're interesting. I'm pissed at life, you answered with a sigh, fingers ghosting over the crack in the floor.
Oh, that's deep, even for you.
He chuckled, but you didn't laugh, not even a smile. He frowned.
Rough week?
You shrugged. Maybe. What do you mean, maybe? Yes or no? He shook his head in amusement.
You want to talk about it?
You actually scoffed, a twitch almost making its way to your lips. Have you ever talked? Oh, when have you ever talked? I talk, he snapped defensively. When it comes to your biceps. When it comes to your biceps, you teased, which made him smirk.
Now you're feeling better,
He said, which made you frown again. He huffed, shoving your shoulder gently.
Come on, short step. Give me a smile.
He taunted, and you scrunched up your face in a sulk. He rolled his eyes at you.
All you gotta do is smile, damn it.
Jeez. What if I don't want to?
Well, I'm telling you to.
What's the point? He sighed.
It would make me happy.
He said, and you dropped your wall of stubbornness.
I like it when you smile.
He muttered under his breath sheepishly, which made a grin curl at your lips. You made a bold move. You kissed his cheek with a quick peck, and he froze. Slowly, a red blush started at his neck, traveling up to his cheeks, putting his own mask to shame. He then looked at you, and you looked at him. He grinned.
There's that smile.
Yes. First one down. It's pretty good. It's decent. I liked it. I thought it was cute. We're gonna get a little frisky. This one's called Yeah or You. The author said, a stupid little idea. I have been working through some dialogue on another fic. Okay, so this is just kind of like leftover dialogue, I guess. You were reading on the couch when Raph walked into the lair. He walked into the lair like he didn't live there?
What are you reading?
He asked. Nothing you'd be interested in.
How would you know what I'd be interested in?
It's a science fiction romance novel. Sounds familiar. You say, looking up at him with a smug smile. He shakes his head.
I never would have thought you to be a hopeless romantic.
Jeez, I can't get the words out. You look up from your book, eyeing him suspiciously. What are you doing?
Talking to you?
Yes, but why are you talking like that?
Talking like what?
He responds with a sly eyebrow. Like that.
Are you referring to my usage of enunciation and proper diction?
Yes, for the love of stop.
Is it bothering you?
He says, golden gaze glimmering with restrained mirth. What does mirth mean? Stop it, Raph.
I really don't understand the issue.
Raph, please, you pleaded. Why is it bothering you so much?
I am disinclined
To a... what?
to acquiesce to your request.
Stop, laughing lightly.
Why should I?
Because you sound like a Gambridge jock and your Brooklyn accent is so much hotter. You yell in exasperation. That's how you say that word. Running his tongue over his teeth. He watches your eyes go wide with the reality of what you just said. You mirror his actions unconsciously? I think they meant subconsciously. So you're like this too.
You like my accent?
His smile is bright and cocky. You roll your eyes and bury your face in your hands to hide your blush. Go away, Raph. You can hear his smile grow as he speaks.
Sure, doll. Whatever you like.
He chuckles and you squeal into your hands in embarrassment. Okay, that one was short, but still, like, pretty cute. But we're gonna warm up a little bit. We're gonna get a little spicier. This is titled Lipstick. A small collection of drabbles, meaning like short excerpts of writing, involving you, the reader, your lipstick, and a mutant turtle that happens to be a ninja clad in the corresponding color. You just come back from the bathroom and flopped onto the worn down couch next to Mikey. He was deeply engrossed in a game Donnie downloaded for him. So how was your week, Mikey? You asked, picking up your crochet hook and resuming your work. Raphael sat across from you, knitting a new scarf for Leonardo.
Oh, you know, the usual, but it would have been better with you here, Angel Cakes.
Classic Mikey, always flirting. He replied, tearing his gaze away from the screen long enough to flash an impish grin. Raph glanced up to glare at his brother's misguided attempts at flirtation. His gaze brushes over your unfazed and concentrated expression, and his pulse quickens. She wasn't wearing lipstick before, was she?
Damn, she looks good enough to eat.
He stares at the sumptuous swell of your mouth, shining scarlet in the low light of the lair. When you smile, he grows short of breath and clenches his fists around his knees. For observing by contrast of your teeth just how red your lips are. Man, that was hard to read. That didn't really make sense. What about you, Raph? The shape of his name on your lips and that color nearly ends him. He's quiet for a full minute before you look up. It's only when you press your lips together in a quizzical manner that he snaps out of his trance. You okay, Red? His mouth is dry. He can't speak. He looks down and swallows, his complexion turning rosy. Worried, you set down your piece and approach... Your what? You set down your piece and approach him. Kneeling in front of him, you place a hand on his shoulder and try again. He clears his throat. And hazards a look into your eyes. Holy shit, when did she get so close? You lick your lips, drawing his gaze down again. He's seen red lipstick before, but never in person. Never this close, never on you. The next thing you knew, he was crushing you against him in a greedy kiss.
Fuck.
She even tastes like cherries. You melt into his affections like chocolate ice cream over a waffle cone on the noon Sunday. Wait, what? You melt into his affections like chocolate ice cream over a waffle cone in the noonday sun. What?
Guys?
Mikey stutters,
I'm still here.
but neither of you seem to care. I would care. What the hell? But now we're gonna get to the good stuff. This one's called Let's Go. Yeah, well, would never beat me that bad. Raphael chimed in as he headed for the kitchen. Oh, really? You said, turning a raised eyebrow in his direction. Can't see my eyebrows because I have a hat on, but I'm raising them. Yeah. He paused at the fridge and looked down at you with a smirk. Really? You smiled mischievously up at him from the couch. That smirk drove you crazy. That ninja drove you crazy. You didn't know what made him special from his brothers, but you loved the playful aggression that seemed to bubble up whenever you two were close. Listen, Red, you may have beat me in the dojo, but you can't handle me on the sticks, you boast. Oh, I got a stick you can't handle, Raph says under his breath and his back turned. What was that? You asked. I said, who says I can't? That's not what you said, bro. That's not what you said, bro. The leaderboards, you replied, pointing to the list of high scores of which your name was next to the top 3. So you weren't top 3. You're not even top 3, and you're boasting about how you could kick his ass, really? The red ninja laughed. Yeah, well, that's because you ain't played against me. I can't. You want some? Come get some, you challenged, squeezing the joystick in your hand, anxious for a match. He licked then bit his lower lip, eyeing your hands, skillfully avoiding staring at the exposed swell of cocoa flesh. Ooh, she black, okay. Chill, Tiny, Raph warned. You're gonna get hurt messing with me. I am not tiny. If you were human, I'd be at least half your size. You argued, not actually getting a bit annoyed. Oh, now actually getting a bit annoyed. Understandable, he just called you tiny, girl. He smiled then at having visibly gotten you riled up. Well, guess what? I ain't human, and you're still tiny. You were done listening to him talk shit. Let's go then. We'll see who's tiny when you're holding this big L, you challenged. Okay, Mikey said, feeling uncomfortable with the amount of tension in the air. I'm gonna start the game then? Yeah, Raph said, still looking at you. Do that. I'm about to fuck a ninja up, he taunted through clenched teeth. The race is close, and you're in the lead at the start of the final lap. Can you taste that, Raphael? The salt of defeat, you clarify, skidding around another turn, narrowly dodging Mikey's trap. Oh, they're playing Mario Kart. Okay. Now, the only thing I'm gonna be tasting is victory. He laughed, knocking you out of the lead with the shell. Luckily, you snagged a star the very next second. Only a victory tastes like pussy, ninja. Mikey was so stunned at your response, he just stared at you. The youngest turtle mumbled something about going to see what Donnie was up to as he fled to the room. You were too busy celebrating to notice. Ha! In your face, Red! You exclaimed. Your thick thighs and hips on full display in your nightshirt and panties. Wait, what? Put some pants on. You're a guest at somebody's house. Where was I? Your thick thighs and hips on full display in your nightshirt and panties as you shake your booty in a victory dance in front of the TV. You turn to face him and gloat some more, but when you finally took in his expression, you froze. He pushed the couch out of the way as easily as one closes a door, took the whole couch and was like, whoosh. The heat of his stare was inflammatory. You thought your panties would catch on fire right then. I hope not. That would be so painful. Imagine getting burned down there. Hard. Oh, I skipped a line. Fuck! I only play games on a certain difficulty. You say, making a break for the hallway and the safety of your room. Raph catches you midway down the hall, turning you to face him and scooping you up in his hips, onto his hips. Well, this game can only be played on hard. You moan, grinding against his plastron. His tongue invades your mouth, staking claim anywhere it can reach. Before you know it, he's locking his door and tossing you onto his bed. He turns on the stereo. Lil Jon blares through the speakers so they can't hear you screaming. He answers your bewildered expression. Okay. Alrighty. I think we're done. Honestly, I'd be down to read some more like graphic and like intense ones, because trust me, there's some out there. I can find that for you. Maybe I'll do a part 2 for this if you guys really want that, but you have to let me know. You have to like and comment. And yeah, I know it wasn't makeup or anything related to makeup at all, but I've been wanting to do a video like this for a long time. This is Cody Co inspired. Probably should have said that at the beginning, but I saw Cody Co read fanfiction, his own fanfiction that was written by his fans. Said, I'm sorry that this wasn't a normal video, but honestly, I'm just gonna post and film and do whatever I want, and if y'all are down with that, then cool. Join me. Subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in my next one. Deuces. Should I redo that outro? I don't like the deuces. No, I'm just gonna leave it. I'll just leave it. Whatever, I don't care. I just read dirty fanfiction. Like, my outro really don't fucking matter.